Start. Okay, so we will start with the face and limb alignment method concept, and we have already done the alignment in the vertical direction. We have already done alignment in the vertical direction, which means this up and down. This is vertical. When now it is vertical misalignment. For example, this is motor movable, this is up, and it has got offset misalignment and it has got angular misalignment. Now in this case there is a offset misalignment and it is angular and offset. So we have to make alignment in the vertical direction, and after that we have to make alignment in the horizontal direction. The formula which we use is same for aligning in the vertical direction and for aligning in the horizontal direction. The formula is same, and as we know that for offset misalignment we divide the total reading. For example, this is on the top 0 and on the bottom it is 30 plus 30, so it means 0.3 millimeter. So 0.3 divided by 2 is equal to 0.15 millimeter. So we will add, for example, if we are aligning in the vertical direction, this is for front side bolt, this is for back side bolt. The shims which are to be added or removed. This is for radial, this is for angular. Okay, so for radial it will be plus 0.15 millimeter here and plus 0.15 millimeter. This is for offset, and your dial indicator is one small division is equal to 0.01 millimeter. So since this is dial indicator reading, it means 0.3 millimeter. For offset we will divide by 2, it will become. And for angular, as I have told you, we take 3 dimensions. One is coupling diameter, L1 and L2. And then we, for the forward side, we will take, for example, the angular reading is, for example, is plus 50. So we will change into millimeter, 0.5 into 120 over 60. And for back side, it will be 0.5 into 265 divided by 60. You know the formula is A, this is A into L1 over coupling diameter, and here the formula is A into L2 over coupling diameter. And you know A is angular reading and L1 is the distance from the coupling face where you are taking the reading from dial indicator on the face to the front side center bolt, that is L1. L2 is the distance from the coupling face where you are taking the angular reading to the center of the back side bolt. So I can show you here. For example, this is motor and this is pump, and you are taking reading here. This is front bolt center and this is back bolt center. So this will be L1 and this will be L2, and this one, the circle on which this dial indicator is, the diameter of the circle on which this dial indicator is rotating will be called coupling diameter. It is not coupling diameter, but we will call it coupling diameter. And for shims on the front side, the formula is angular reading into L1 over coupling diameter. And for this for front side and for back side, A into L2 over coupling diameter. So these are the shims which you will add or remove for angular alignment. These two formulas. If it is minus, you will remove. If it is plus, you will add. And this was for the offset misalignment. Whatever you get the answer here, you will write on the front side and the back side. It will be same. They are not different. But for angular reading, this will be different and this will be different. And then you will add total. Okay, now I will come to the machine and start. Okay, now I have already done this alignment in the vertical direction. Now I will do alignment in the horizontal direction. When you do alignment in the vertical direction, you make south foot correctness. After that you make rough alignment, and after rough alignment then you do precise alignment with dial indicator. Now we have finished the alignment in the vertical direction. Now I will do for horizontal direction. Horizontal direction means this or this, like this. Okay, I will now loose the foundation bolts and okay, these are the foundation bolts. I will loose it so I can move this in the horizontal direction. I cannot move this. Okay, and these are the jacking bolts. These are the jacking bolts. You can see here, these are the jacking bolts. These are used to push the motor to opposite side. These are the jacking bolts. These are to be used to move the motor to the opposite side only when these foundation bolts are loose. This is the forward support bolts, and these are the backward side bolts. Okay, again you can see here, this one here. Now what I will do, I will remove this little away and make rough alignment in the horizontal direction. Okay, so this is, I am making alignment in the horizontal direction. Okay, so this is alignment, is there is no gap here, so I will just touch these jacking bolts so that okay, so now I will just, I can move from these jacking bolts forward or back side. Now this is almost rough aligned. There is no gap here, so I will just touch the jacking bolts. These are the jacking bolts. I am touching it so that the position is not changed. Now I will change. I will tighten these motor foundation bolts, but when I tighten them, I will tighten them in 3 steps or in 3 rounds, not okay. So this is my first round. It is called, it is always crisscross pattern. This is called crisscross pattern of tightening. So I am tightening it now. This was my first round. Now second round. Okay. Now third round. Okay. Okay, now I will take the reading. I will fix this in the, this is fixed on the rim side, and this is fixed on the angular side. Okay, so after this I will take dimensions L1, L2 and coupling diameter. So I will start with the coupling diameter. Coupling diameter and L1 and L2 are necessary for angular alignment, and the reading which I take on the rim side, that is for offset alignment correction. Now I will take the coupling diameter. It is touching here, this needle. I will make a mark here. Okay, this is a mark here. Okay, this needle mark here. Now I will come to opposite side and I will make a mark here. So these are the two mark here, and now I will take the measurements here. So it is about 60 millimeter. It is about 60 millimeter. So coupling diameter I have written already 60 millimeter. After this I will take the measurement from this face to the center of the front side bolt, from here to here. Okay, I will make a mark here. Okay, so from here to here, and this one is about 100. Okay, you can take reading and it can be different for at different times. Now it is from here to here, it is 120 millimeter, and from here to here to the center of this bolt is about 265. So it is about 265. This one is 265, and this was 120. L1 was 120 millimeter, and L2 is 265 millimeter. Okay, this I have already written here. Okay, so okay, after this, now I will take the readings. I will start from this. I will take the rim reading and I will make it 0 here. This is 0 here, and I will go to the opposite side and I will take the reading. This is 200, 300, and it is 322 plus 322. I will take it again. I will recheck it. Okay, this is here 0, here it is 0. So I go to opposite side. This is 100, 200, 300, 322 plus 322 dial indicator reading. So I will write it here. Dial indicator reading here is plus 322. Okay, this is my, okay, or I can write here also, this is left side, this is right side, because this is horizontal. So this side is 0, I can say, and this side is plus 322, because I am doing it on the horizontal side. So I can write like this. Okay, so this is top and this is bottom, but it is in the horizontal direction. So 322 I will divide by 2. So this becomes 3.22 millimeter, because one small division is equal to 0.01 millimeter. Then I will divide this by 2. So this will become plus 1.61 plus 1.61 millimeter divided by 2. Okay, so after this 1.61 millimeter is for the offset side in the horizontal direction. Now I will take the reading for angular. Okay, this is 0 here. Here, this side you can see here. This one is 0. Now I will go to opposite side. And see what is the reading there. The reading here is minus 5. So the angular reading is minus 5. So angular reading is, or yes, almost minus 5. So again I check it again. So it is almost minus 5 or minus 6. Okay. So I will write here angular reading is minus 5. Okay. So I will measure this one. Angular alignment correction for front side and for back side. So this will become minus 0.05 millimeter. So minus 0.05 here and minus 0.05 here on the back side. So these shims will be the correction for angular alignment for front side and back side. So what is the answer? 0.05 into 120 divided by 60. So this is minus, this is, since it is minus, so this is minus 0.1 millimeter. So I will write here minus 0.1 millimeter. And what will be this? This is minus 0.05 into 265 over 60. this is minus 0.05 into 265 is equal to this divided by 60 is equal to minus 0.22 millimeter. So here it is minus 0.22 millimeter. Now total will be 1.51 millimeter plus for the front side, and for the back side plus 1. So 1.39 millimeter for the back side. Okay, so these are the shims which I have to add on the front side and on the back side. 1.51 for the front side and 1.39 on the back side. It is in plus, which means that now right side was 0. Now right side was 0, and this was our top, this was our bottom. So from the bottom we have to add, as per vertical alignment procedure, when we get plus reading in the bottom, we have to add the shims. But here we don't have to add the shims. We have to push from the right side. This is the right side. From the right side to the front, to the left side. We will push the from the front side and from the back side, from right side to from the left side from the from the left side to the, this is right side and this is left side. So we will push from the left side to the right side, because this is 0, this is, and here we are getting plus answer, plus 1.51 and plus 1.39. So from the front side, we will push 1.59 millimeter from left to right, and same is here at back side. From the center of back side, we will push from right side to left side. How much? 1.39 millimeter. Okay, now let us do it. How we can do it? First we will make sure that these are touching the, these jacking bolts are touching the motor foundation bolt. Okay, after this, we will make a gap on the right side, because we have to push. This is our left side, because this is top, this is bottom. This was 0 here and this is our bottom, and we are getting plus. We have to push it from this side. Front side we have to push, this side we have to push 1.5951 millimeter. 1.51 millimeter we have to push from this side, and 1.39 millimeter we have to push from the back side. Okay, so we will make a gap, because we are going to push from front side and back side. There should be gap on the opposite side. So on the back side, the gap should be 1.39 millimeter. Okay, so we will, so this is 1.39 millimeter on the back side. Okay, so we will make a gap here on the back side, 1.39 1.39 millimeter. Here the gap is 1.39 millimeter, and on the front side the gap should be okay 100. Okay, again I will check it. This should be 1.39. This is 1.39. I'm sorry, this is more. Again I will. Okay, this is 1.39 millimeter on the back side, and on the front side it is 1.51. So on the back side this is 1.51 millimeter. So you can see there in the chart, front side is you have to push 1.51 millimeter, and back side you have to push 1.39 millimeter. Okay, after this what I will do is that I will loose these bolts. Okay, because I have to push it, so this should be loose. Okay, okay, so these are loose, and now I will push from the left side. Okay, I have already pushed it. Now I will take the reading. Okay, now you can see here there is no gap here on this side, and I just pushed these jack bolts by hand because this is a small motor. Now I will just make this little tight. Okay, and then I will take the reading. If the readings are okay, then I will tighten them fully. Okay, so let us now check the reading. This is here, this is 0 here, this reading is 0 again here. You can see here this reading is 0, and I will come to here. This is minus 100, minus 200, and minus 208. So actually you can see here why our reading is coming wrong, because we have not tightened it here fully. There is a gap here. There is a gap here. So you should be very careful. We will again make sure that we push the motor correctly. You can see here, that's why our result is not coming good. You can see here, there is a gap here. Now I have tightened it fully. Okay, so I will now tighten it again, because my reading was not coming good. So we have to be very careful. We have to check it that if we have pushed the motor to the required position or not. Now I will take after this reading again. See, so I am tightening it again, then I will tighten it fully next time. After this, after I know my readings are okay, so I will take it now 0 here, and I will come to opposite side, and now I am getting here the reading plus 80. Again I come to here, this position, this is 0, and I go to the opposite side, and my reading is plus 80. So I will write this new reading now. It's better than before, but still it is not okay. So I will write here plus 80, and now you will see what is the angular reading. Okay, so angular reading, I will make it 0 again, and I will come to the opposite side. The opposite side, the reading is 0. The opposite side, the reading is 0. So I don't need to make correction for the angular. The angular reading is okay. Only the radial reading.
How do you take the angular reading? Can you show us again?
Because these are both almost 0. Yes, okay. Okay, you want to see it again? Okay. See here, this is 0. Okay, I will make it 0 if it is almost 0. Okay. Now I will come to opposite side. You can see here, come from this side, and you can see here, it is almost 0. Okay, so we have got plus 80 only here. So plus 80 means divide by 2 plus 40 or 0.4 millimeter. So this is plus 0.4 millimeter. This is plus 0.4 millimeter. Because our angular reading is 0, so 0, 0, 0, the answer will be 0. No need to add on the front side or back side. This is 0, this is 0, so plus 0.4 millimeter plus 0.4 millimeter. Okay, now what I will do is that I will just make a gap here, .4 millimeter here. This is 0.4 millimeter here and 0.4 millimeter here. Okay, after this I will lose these ones so that I can push it. I will lose them all, these bolts, and okay, now I have loosed them all, and I can push it from these jacking bolts. You see? Okay, we should check here that there is no gap here. Okay, because last time when we push it, it was not fully pushed before. Okay, so there is no gap here, but it should be pushed slowly, because if you push little harder, it will be again, the reading will be again incorrect. It will move more than required. Okay, now it's okay. So I will now tighten it and I will check the reading again. Okay. Okay. So okay, now I will check the reading again. Let us take the rim reading. I will make it 0 here. Okay, this is 0 here, and I go to the opposite side. Again, my reading is not coming correct. It is okay. Let us see it. It was 0. It is coming little. Let me check it again. Okay, the reading is not coming correct due to some reason. Some mistake has been made, so we will repeat the process again. Okay, so we will repeat the process again. Okay. Okay, let us start the process again. We will take the rim reading again, and this side, this time we should be careful. Okay, so you can see here, because this is a small pump, you have to do it many times, because now this is 0 here. I come again here. This is now minus 100, and this is now minus 200, almost minus 200. Okay, so this one radial reading is here minus 200. Minus 200. So again I check it, to be very careful. 0 minus 100, and this is now it is coming minus 185. So I repeat it third time. This is 0. This is minus 100, minus 100 and 80, minus 182. Okay, so I will write minus 182 here, and let me check the angular reading. Angular reading is 0 here, and I go to the opposite side. The opposite side, the reading is plus 5. So this is plus 5 here. Okay, now I calculate here. So let us see what is this reading here. Minus 180. Minus 180 divide by 2 and then multiply by 0.01. So 1.82 divided by 2. So this is minus 0.91 millimeter. This is minus 0.91 millimeter. This is also millimeter. And what about this? This was 0.05 into 120, 0.05 into 265. Okay, let us see what is the answer here. Okay, so let us see 0.05 into 120 divided by 60. This is 0.1. This one is 0.1 plus 0.1, and this will be this will be 0.22 millimeter. So here it is plus 0.01 and here it is plus 0.22 millimeter. So the answer is minus 0.81 millimeter, and here the answer is minus 0.91. Okay, I will calculate. Okay, so here the answer is minus 0.69 millimeter. Okay. Okay, so let us now do it. Okay, what I will do is now, because I get my results are not so good, so what I will do it that I will fix here a clamp, and I will also monitor with the help of dial indicator on this side. I will use two methods now here. So what I will do here is, for the back side the gap should be 0.69 millimeter for the back side. Okay, so I will make a gap. This is 0.7 millimeter, and on the front side the gap is 0.81 millimeter for the front side. So I will make a gap here, this one 0.8 millimeter, and I will fix now here this clamp also. Okay, so that I can, from this clamp I will fix the dial indicators, and I will monitor the movement, because I am not getting so good result. Although the procedure which I have used is okay, there is no problem with the procedure. So this was over here, and we will fix this.